All right, good morning, everyone. Just a couple of things that I'm looking at here. I dropped a few trade ideas and want to go through those first. So for Intel, I am still looking for an upside trade. I had this marked yesterday, but I did not get in. You can see that on the hourly, it's flushed out. We had buyer's interest here, and then it rolled back over. Here you can see a lot of very big gaps, or not really big, but you can see the gaps. So quantity, this gap, then this one to the upside, then downside, downside. So I didn't jump in yesterday. I want to see how it plays out today. I do see that it's at 107 in pre-market. I'm looking for a little bit of, it's holding here, but this was the first breaks according to, from looking just here at the hourly. I think yesterday was too soon, but maybe not. Maybe it's the way bottom of the pivot, and I would have been just fine, but I didn't get in yet. Part of that was also because I was in my Google trade, and I didn't want to add exposure, especially right now, since I mentioned to y'all that I'm just working through some psychological things with being able to stay in something that's not invalidated. So I did really well with that yesterday. My entry on Google was around this line. You can see it's marked entry there. And then my invalidation was super close because this to me was where what needed to hold for this level to be the pivot. So I actually, so yesterday I got the hourly close. That is my rule. I got an hourly close. That first candle hourly close is my black and white rule. And then I do have discretion to stay in another hour depending on how productive it looks. And how productive it looks is a long-winded answer for me. But that's the nuance and that's the discretion, right? So for me, once I saw that, I went ahead and closed it. But I'm looking at this for an upside trade, but I do want to talk to you about, that's my current thesis. But I'm not opposed to, if we continue to roll over, this could be the whole, I saw this little break and then went down. Usually we do get about 2 legs, but this could maybe collectively be like the first leg, one down, and then some digestion, and maybe we do go down a little bit further to that 320 area. I'm not prepared to trade this to the downside, but I do want to, well, I say that, and I might. I just want to see what's going on right now, because I'm still, what I have boxed in is this rectangular shaded area is where I'm anticipating that in this rotational market that I'm going from here back up to here. But if we do go back down, it's not totally surprising. We are, when we talk about moving averages, I mostly look at what they're doing. If they're looking like this, then we're trending up. If they're converging, that's usually a change in direction. And then I do look at where the moving average is, where the price is relative to the moving average. So part of that is just, I use them a lot for smoothness of the movement and location, and is the price extended from the moving averages to help add a piece of the puzzle to what I'm looking at. So, we are under the moving averages here. We popped above and then we closed back below. So could that potentially be that we're coming down some more? Maybe, maybe not. So we'll take a look at that. I still would like to trade this one to the upside though. We've got a main weekly level here. So that's where we're near. And I love that. I love when I can trade from a weekly level. Also coming into earnings on the 22nd. So I would buy just about 2 weeks of time on this either way. One thing that I am not trading right now is AMD. I am not trading this one, y'all. This one is I mean, literally you could trade from top to bottom, but for example, it's just gotten a lot choppier, and also the option price, it was like a $2 spread last time I looked, and usually it's $1 or less. So you can tell the volatility is baked into that pricing right now. So I have left this one alone. Imagine if I tried to, because I was originally going to look at this one for the downside. I posted that as an idea. But there was just nothing that was clear. It was pretty jumpy. So I left this one alone based on the option pricing and where the quality of movement, I mean, that's just an ugly chart right there. And then the last one I'll go through, maybe last, is Apple. I looked to this for the downside, and I do think that we could potentially see a little bit more selling back into this box. But this is one of the few that actually hit a new high, which is pretty impressive with what we're doing now, and it had that great run up. And so now if it does start to sell, I'm looking at maybe down to like 300 mark, maybe, but I don't really see it right now rotating all the way back down to the bottom, maybe at most like 288. Just based on seeing, you can see sellers stepping in at every level. So it may not push up higher, but also may not sell off, smoothly as it did before. This is not for me to decide, right? If I want to trade this to the downside, this level here around 315 looks good. I just get in and I assess at every point, which is typically I assess around 10:30, 11, midday around 1:30, and then at the end of the day. And then I also, if I have a candle close below my hourly invalidation or above, like here, the candle closes above here, then I come in to assess as well and make a decision then. And then Nvidia, I think that Nvidia actually has, for some reason, I still see more potential to the upside. I just see this rejection here from the 50 SMA. But I could see this, especially if it can break this neckline. So see, it's not just about the moving averages, it's just this place here where we retested and rejected. So this was a resistance area. So I may be looking for an entry here to get into the upside, and then I would want to see it break this 211, 212 area, with potential to run back up towards 230. All right, so those are my thoughts. If you've got any questions, just leave them. I definitely encourage participation and questions. Help me help you. Okay, y'all. Bye.